Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of engineering drawing, and in this video we'll be drawing the adjustable sector. I hope by now you will have AutoCAD installed on your computer, so without wasting time, let's get started. First of all, start a new drawing, and before you click on start drawing, you have to make sure you're using the right template. You can confirm by going to the menu, new, and selecting AutoCAD ISO, name plus styles. Click on open. Okay, so this will be our drawing book, and I think that the drawing has no dimensional units, so let's assume inches, and also the dimensions are in fractions, so we have to change our units, our dimensional units, to inches and then fractional type. You can do that by typing units and press enter. And the type, you select fractional and then you leave the precision to be 1/16. Our insertion scale will be in inches, right here, inches, and click on OK. And one more thing, you have to change our dimensional style to, I think, unit and fractional and inches also. So what you have to do is you have to type DIMSTY, press enter, then click on modify, and under primary units select unit format to be fractional, precision to be 1/16, and our angular dimensions will be in degrees here, decimal degrees. Click on OK to confirm changes, and then close. Okay, another thing we have to do is we have to zoom all to have full access to our workspace. So come here and then click on zoom all. Also, you can turn off your grid lines if it will distract you. You can click here or press F7 to turn off grid lines. Okay, so now let's take a look at our drawing. In this drawing, you can identify a circle and another circle. This is also a circle, and this is another circle. These arcs are also circles and some curved edges, and you can see some straight lines and some angles also. So you go on the circle, click on the drop down menu and select center diameter. Specify any point on your workspace to be the center of your circle, and now specify the length of the diameter. So here is 7/8. Press enter. Of course, our drawing is too small because we're having a total view of our workspace, and the inches unit is too small when viewing the total workspace. You can fix this by zooming in have a better look for a circle. So this is our circle of diameter 7/8. Our next circle has a radius of 3/4. This circle, radius of 3/4. So on the circle, select center radius. You select the center of this circle, and now you enter the radius 3/4. If you are finding difficulties in locating the center point and the object snap at the bottom, it activates center. You can also activate midpoint, endpoint, geometric center, and quadrant. They are all important. So now we've drawn two circles, and our next task is to draw these two circles. Now we can see that the center of this circle is 3/8 inches from the center of the circle we've drawn. So here we can draw a constructional line from this center having a length of 3/8, and that's the point that the next circle is going to be. So let's continue by drawing a constructional line. You can type L and press enter, or you can just click on line to activate the line command. Specify your first point, which will be the center of the circle, and now we specify the length of the line. This is a constructional line, and the length is 3/8. So 3-3/8 representing 3 whole number 3/8. Now we press tab to move to the angle box to specify the angle. Since we want it to be on the positive x-axis, we type 0 and press enter. Now we press escape to cancel our command. Here is where the center of the next circle is going to be, and I think that circle has a diameter of 5/8 and the outer circle has a radius of 5/8. So how we are going to apply the method in drawing this one to draw the second one. So circle, center radius 5/8, and then center diameter 5/8. Good. So now we have these two circles and then these two circles. So we'll try and draw these two arcs, and see these two arcs are part of a circle, and the bigger one has a radius of 2.5 and the smaller one has a radius of 2. So circle, center, radius of 2.5, and the next one has a radius of 2. Radius of 2. Okay. Next, we'll be drawing this line. You can see that this line passes through the center of the circle, and also there is a perpendicular line that passes through the center of the circle, and they give us the angle between the perpendicular line and the inclined line to be 30 degrees. AutoCAD measures the angle from the positive x-axis clockwise and counterclockwise. So if this is our positive x-axis, AutoCAD measures, here is 0 degrees. AutoCAD measures from this side and also this side. So from 0 we move 90 and then 180. Also when we are taking the counterclockwise, when we are taking the clockwise direction, it will be 90 and then 180. So you have to note which direction you want to take. They give us the distance between the perpendicular line and the inclined line to be 30. Therefore, the angle from this side to my positive x-axis will be 60 degrees. So if I'm taking this path, then I have to enter 60 degrees for AutoCAD to give me this inclined line, because it measures the angle from the positive x-axis. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line which is inclined 60 degrees to the horizontal. So I'll activate my line command. Since this is just a construction line, I can specify any length. So I'll just take this length, press my tab key, and then move to the angle box. Here I'm going to enter 60 degrees, and AutoCAD is going to give me 60 degrees to the horizontal. Okay, we'll go ahead and draw this line also. So we can see that from the positive x-axis we have 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and then plus 15 degrees. So that's the angle we are going to input when we are taking the counterclockwise direction. So it's going to be 90 plus 90, which is 180, plus this 15 degrees to get 195 degrees. So we are going to input 195 degrees to get this angle. So we activate our line command, press this side, and now we're going to take the clockwise direction. When I bring it down here, we'll be taking the counterclockwise direction. If you monitor my cursor, you can see where AutoCAD is reading the angle from. I want to read it from counterclockwise, so I'll just bring it up here, specify any length, press tab to activate my angle box, and then input 195 degrees and press enter. Press escape to cancel the command. So now we've gotten this line here and then this line here. So when we look closely, we can see that the distance between the line we just drew and this line is 1/2. Here we'll be using the offset tool. The offset tool will give us a parallel line at a specific distance. So we can activate the offset tool by clicking on it, or just type offset and press enter. Now we are going to specify the offset distance, which is 1/2, and press enter. We are going to select the object to offset. So we will select the object, which is this line. Since we want the distance between this line and the line we are creating to be down, I will bring the cursor below the line I'm offsetting and click on it. Similarly, I will just offset the one below here too, to get this line here and also this line here. Again, the distance between this horizontal line and this horizontal line is 3/4, and we already have our center line. That means the distance from this point to this point will be 3/8, and then from here to here will also be 3/8, and in total we are going to get our 3/4. So we'll be using the offset tool to offset 3/8 upwards and 3/8 downwards to get the total distance. Okay, so now we activate our offset. We specify the distance to be 3/8. Now this is our center line. So we are going to offset this line 3/8 upwards and also 3/8 downwards to get the total distance from here to here. So the next step is to trim the unwanted parts. So we're using the trim tool to trim unwanted parts. You can do so by clicking on the trim tool here, or typing trim to activate trim. After activating trim, we press enter to bring up the trim options. Here we're using the crossing because you're going to delete line to the point where it's crossing a different line. So click on crossing and then start clicking on the lines you want to delete. So I don't need these lines, so I'll click on them. Step is to make these curved edges, and there are two ways of doing this. We can draw a circle which is tangent to this line and then tangent to this line, and then trim this part off because this is a curve and then it's from a circle. Or we can use the fillet tool to join these two lines at a certain radius. So we are going to apply both methods here. Let's take the first method. So from this, all small radii is equal to 1/4. Therefore, these small arcs has 1/4 radius each. So let's start with this arc. So we have this arc touching this side and then this side. So 2 tangents and 1 radius. So under the drop down menu of the circle, we are going to select tangent radius, means tangent radius. This requires us to select the first tangent, so it's tangent to this part or tangent to this side. Also, it's tangent to this line also, and then it has a radius of 1/4. You press enter. So now we have a circle which is tangent to this side, also tangent to this side, with a radius of 1/4. And now we trim the unwanted parts. So you can click on trim here, or you can type trim and press enter to bring out the trim options. So normally we use crossing, click on crossing. Now we trim these parts to get this rounded corner. We can also use the fillet tool to get this rounded edge. So let's take the fillet tool. This is the fillet tool. You can click on fillet or you can type fillet. So when you click on fillet, they will ask you to specify the object, but first of all you have to click radius because you have a radius, and you're going to specify the radius of our arc. You have the radius to be 1/4, and then you press enter. I'm going to select the first object. So the first object is going to be the first line, so I'm going to click on this line. Now I'll move my cursor to the next line or the line I want to join with an arc. And you see, then immediately I move my cursor to that line, it's going to create an arc for me. And then that arc has a radius of 1/4. So I can just click and then activate the command again. Radius still 1/4. Apply this method to all the parts to get and finally this is our drawing. We have a nice looking adjustable sector. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you find this video helpful. See you again in the next video.